I greet you in Jesus' precious name. It's just so good to be with you again. Maybe you're a new Christian. You've just given your life to Christ a short while ago, and you're having a bit of a rough time because now all of a sudden your old friends, they don't want to be with you anymore. And your new friends are not too sure about you. I really do understand. I remember it distinctly when I was a young man in Christ. I was 32 years old when I gave my life to Jesus. And I had a Damascus road experience. I was walking down the road this way, and then the next minute I was upside down. Exactly what happened to Saul of Tarsus on his way to Damascus. Remember? He was knocked off his horse in the middle of the day. And there was a voice from heaven said, "Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? Who are you, Lord?" "I am Jesus." Remember that? And then he went blind, and then Ananias from Damascus had to come and pray for him, and then he started his life. But it took him a long time to prove to the followers of Jesus that he had changed, because he was actually on his way to Damascus to persecute the Christians. I was in the pub on Saturday night with the boys having a party, and Sunday morning I was on my knees at the altar, and Monday morning I started a brand new life. And I want to tell you, my friend, it's not so easy. I remember saying one thing, I'll never forget it. I said to the Christians in the church that I was going to, I said, "I don't want to lose my friends." And they looked at each other and they smiled. And they said, "Don't worry, you won't have to lose your friends. They will lose you." I'm not saying all of them. You see, folks, you cannot serve two masters. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 12, verse 30, "He who is not for me is against me. He who does not gather with me scatters abroad." You can't serve two masters. So all of a sudden, one day when you're drinking and telling dirty stories and you're one of the boys, and the next day you say, "No more for me. I'm following the man from Galilee. I'm a new man in Christ." 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. "If any man be in Christ, he's a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new." And that is what happened to me. I remember going to the Bible study. I went to the Wednesday night Bible study, and the minister was very off towards me. And I didn't understand why, and I was civil, and I was trying to be as humble as possible, and I was asking questions. And after about 3 weeks, I went to him on my own one day, and I said to him, why are you so ugly to me? Why are you so hard on me? And he actually broke down. He said, "You know, Angus, I want to be honest with you. I thought you were having us on. I didn't really believe that you'd given your life to Jesus, because I knew what you were like before." And we became firm friends after that. The same thing happened with Saul when he became Paul the Apostle. The disciples didn't trust him. Remember, he went out to Arabia, I think it was, for about 13 years before he came back. But what a man. I remember the story of the cross and the switchblade. The story of David Wilkerson, remember? And the one day they were having a meeting in a big, like a movie house. And this man, Nicky Cruz, who was the leader of a gang, had given his life to Christ. And David Wilkerson tested him. He said, "I want you to take up the collection today." And David Wilkerson's workers said, "You must be mad, man. He's a gangster. He's a thief. He'll run away with the money." He said, "No." And so he took the collection, and he had to go down the aisle, up the stairs, and behind the curtain, and come the other side. And there was a door leading out on the other side. And they waited, and he went through the curtain, came down the other side, and completed the collection. He's a new man in Christ. And Nicky Cruz became a great evangelist. My dear friend, remember, if any man is in Christ, he's a new creation. God bless you. Goodbye.